her theme is, in what ways did Jesus set a pattern for his disciples? This is based on John 13:15. So let's listen to see how Sister Ann has handled this.
So, Macy, what did you end up reading last night for your quiet time before bed?
I was reading the Great Teacher book about how Jesus helped others.
Oh, so what were some of the different ways that he helped others?
Well, I read that he tried to serve people. I read where one day they were all having a meal together, and Jesus got up and he washed their feet because they were dirty from the dirt roads. And he dried their feet with a towel. It said that some of the disciples felt embarrassed. Why would they feel embarrassed about that?
Well, if you think about it, who was Jesus?
Jehovah's Son.
Yeah, that was God's son. So here, God's son is washing their feet. And they were probably thinking, we should probably be washing his feet. It should be the other way around. So they probably were embarrassed for that reason. But that account in the Bible is in John 13. And there's one of the verses there says that Jesus was setting a pattern for his disciples. Do you know what that means?
No, I'm not really sure.
Well, let's say, let me give you an example here. Let's say Grandma wants to make a pair of gloves for you. You know, she likes for this. And she calls me up and she says, I want to make a pair of gloves for Macy, so I need a pattern of her hands. I'll show you what I would do. I'm going to take this piece of paper, put your hand on it, okay? And I would take a pen. I've kind of done this just for fun. But I would do it really, really, really careful, all the way around. And look it up. Voila! That's a pattern. That's a pattern of your hand. It's kind of like a little model that Grandma would be able to use and repeat to make the gloves the perfect size just for you. So that's what a pattern was. And Jesus did that by his actions, what he did. And he wanted others to repeat his actions. So when Jesus was washing their feet like that, what kind of quality do you think he was trying to get them to repeat?
Well, he didn't think that he was better than his disciples.
Right. That's a quality called humility. You have your Bible there. Do me a favor and look up John chapter 13. That's where that account is that you read about last night. And there's a couple of verses I'm going to have you read about what Jesus said to his disciples right after he washed their feet. It's verses 12 through 14. Can you read those?
When now he had washed their feet, and he had put his outer garments on, he again reclined at the table and said to them, Do you understand what I have done to you? You address me as Lord, or as teacher and Lord, and you are correct, for I am such. Therefore, if I, the Lord and teacher, washed your feet, you also should wash the feet of one another.
So you see how he was showing that he was teaching them a lesson. He wanted his disciples to serve others and not just think about themselves. So if we're supposed to follow Jesus' pattern, what are some ways that you could serve others like Jesus did?
Like when I do my chores at home, setting the table and dusting and cleaning the mirrors, and even helping the older ones with the uniform.
That's good. Very good. What about at school?
Well, if someone drops their book, it would be nice to pick it up, and even help the teacher clean would be nice, and even opening the door would be nice service.
That's right. Those are really good. Good ideas and being kind and serving others. And you know what? Jesus said that when we did these things, we would be happy because we were doing them. And who else do you think we would make happy?
Jehovah.
That's right. So here's an idea for tonight, for your quiet time. That's just one area where Jesus set a pattern. There's all kinds of other patterns that he set for us. So why don't you go on jw.org tonight and find another way that Jesus set a pattern for us.
Okay.
Sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay.